So how many people are we right now?
27.
27. Great. It should be 33 at least, if it comes down to the vote delegations.
There were 33 vote delegations.
Yes.
Hmm. Then it needs to be more because there were some people here that didn't delegate.
Ah, I mean, I don't care. The more the merrier, I think. Great, but we are about to start soon. So how many uh video calls did you have today? I think that's my fifth or something like this. So I'm just staying here in home office. Didn't even go outside once. So
Thankfully, it's only my third day.
I have a question. How can I like put my hand up in this? Like, how does it work on Zoom?
put your hands up in the there's an
I have
emote
a
for
question.
yeah, we'll come to this later. But there is an emote for raising your hand as far as oh no, there's emotes and you can raise your hand. The thing is, yeah, like
Because I have a
Nicolaus.
question now.
Yeah.
Not a question or a statement. Can you look at your Slack messages, please? I wrote something important.
Uh,
I mean, I can also say it here because I kind of need access to the minutes when I'm gonna do them later while Aline is
but
presenting.
okay, yeah, I know the
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah, I just sent you
Oh,
this link.
you did? Oh, I
Yeah, yeah.
didn't receive it yet. Weird.
Amazing. Okay, I think we should start then. So welcome everyone to this extraordinary NA. I'm glad that so many people could arrange it on this beautiful Thursday evening. I couldn't think about a better way to spend my evening uh, next to besides ESN. So we're about to start, and let's see how short we can keep this NA. So opening, Teresa, please start and open this extraordinary NA.
Yes. So good afternoon, everyone. I am very happy to see so many people connected. I really don't see that many people, that many faces. Most people have their cameras off. I did not expect my first NA in the NB to be like this, but I take what I get. So happy to see that so many people made it. Today is a very special day since we have some very exciting presentations and some very exciting voting going on. So without further ado, let's start with DNA.
Perfect. Thank you. Great. Then we are starting with the usual stuff. First of all, we are introducing the oh, there's still NA Frankfurt. You see, copy paste errors happens. So we are going to introduce the chairing team. So we're starting with me, the main chair, your permanent chair. So this is my third NA. And there will be a fourth coming in October. Looking forward to that. Also in person again. Most of you already know me. We messaged. You got a lot of emails from me about board delegations or the network and update call. So I'm 28 and been in ESN for 5 years now and experienced quite a lot. So looking forward to keep this ongoing. And if you have any questions to me and my person, just come during the breaks to me and ask me anything. So we are going to continue with the next person.
Hey, yeah, me again. I already had almost the same presentation in Frankfurt, but by now I actually finished my master officially and only work full-time as a research associate. And yeah, additionally to like joining ESN in 2019 after my Erasmus in Turku and being VP in Potsdam for a year, by now I already did the vice chair thingy once in Frankfurt. Yeah, I'm excited how it'll be online because, like, you know, when people start talking parallel to each other, like it might get complicated to listen to everything, but we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I'd be happy to do that again today. And yeah, if you have any other questions, I already handed it like the application where I wrote a lot, and I'll talk about myself later. So yeah, I'll save you the stuff now.
Great, thank you. So, and of course, no, I skipped this. Okay. We are continuing with the AB, with how to vote. And I see that I really missed a lot of NA Frankfurts in this presentation. So it happens. Oliver, are you here?
Yes, I'm here, and I would like to share my screen if that's
Yes,
possible.
you
Perfect.
have the rights. Please share your screen.
Yeah, let's go. So yeah, also a warm welcome by me, and also everybody, thank you for joining again this NA. And I will talk a bit about the how to vote, since this time it will have some online voting and it will be a bit different. First of all, if you are voting delegates, you should have received already a test mail to check that the mail address that we got talk a bit from your section or the section who delegated you the vote works. So please check that and make sure that you will receive that mail. If like, because when we start voting, we can't change the mail addresses anymore. So make sure that you got that. If you haven't got that, then at the end of the presentation, you can, yeah, contact me and we can change that. So first of all, the basics. Of course, like, since this is like a official assembly of us as a registered association, we have to have a quorum. And for the quorum, we need to have at least half of our members present. In this way, the members are the section of ESN Germany. And since we right now have 45 sections in ESN Germany, we have to have at least delegates of 23 sections present. So I will hope that we will make sure that this is later on the point when we continue with the voting. And that also is why you also need to stay until the end of the NA for the second voting block. So please don't leave in between. So next up are the type of votes. First of all, like, we will normally have like the public votes, which are like firm checks and all the kind of confirming of chairing team. Right now, we don't have scrutineers, cash auditors, and also nothing about the protocol from last NA. But of course, this time again, we will have the agenda and the OC for, yeah, agenda of the current NA. As secret vote in general, like it's all about if you vote about persons. This time, of course, we will have online voting. So basically, all the votes are secret. Yeah. So for the type of questions, first of all, there are the yes and no questions, where you can either vote yes for approval of a thing and no to reject that, and also abstain if you don't want to abstain. Then there's also like the X or Y question, especially with persons. This time, of course, like, we don't have like multiple people applying for a position, but still, like, you can either vote for a person or for not a person to reject those, and also abstain. And it's important, like, if you vote abstain, your vote won't count to the majorities that are needed for approving approval of yeah. So the required approvals are as follows, like, You have 3/4 majorities for everything concerning change of statutes, like we have to do day, and also if someone would request a third time in office, then 2/3 for candidate sections, and like half majorities for everything else. That means like all the people who are applying for a position only need half of the majorities. Yeah. So coming up to the voting process, we have like this online voting, as already said, like, and there you will receive a mail soon where you will have a link for the election that you can have to click on it. And down here you see you will have your voting ID, that's your username, and your voter password that you have to use to vote. Then you will come to this voting booth where you just click on start. Then you will have like this questions. Each question you have to fill out one of those boxes, and then you can click on next to go to the next questions. Then at the end, like after you have filled out all the questions, you can proceed. Then you can review again all your answers to the questions to make sure that you selected the right one, and then you click here on submit this vote. Have to put in your credentials. Sometimes it can be also that you have to still like just put in your credentials and cast the vote, and then you successfully casted it. Just important to note, if you like, you can redo your vote if you have like clicked something wrong or did this mistake. You can also redo it a second time, and then of course only the last one always will count. So, and at the end you will receive a mail where it's listed that you voted. Then, as already said, like you will receive those individual access data by mail. If you haven't received any email yet as a test, please contact me. And like since we have 2 voting blocks, you will receive for each voting block new credentials. So now you will receive credentials and later on again, and don't mix them up. And if you like voting delegates for 2 sections or have 2 voting delegations, please first do 1 vote and then start over again with the second one. Don't do them parallel. Yeah, that was that. Are there any questions?
Perfect. So I see Rebecca.
Yes, I wanted to ask, I have 2 vote delegations, but only received 1 mail. Is that correct? Or like is it the same thing?
That's fine, yeah. That.
Great. More questions? Especially the vote delegates. Is anything unclear you want to check? Otherwise we are proceeding with the first voting block. So your last chance. Yeah, Ollie?
Yeah. Okay, then I
No,
would.
then oh, another hand. Yeah, Ruth.
Yeah, sorry, just in case my Wi-Fi, I don't know, dies in the middle, like not in the voting part, but in between, or I don't know. And I have to rejoin the meeting. That doesn't matter if I do the voting right? You know what I mean?
You mean if you kind of drop out of the Zoom meeting at any times, that won't affect your
Yeah.
vote
Because my
delegation?
Wi-Fi is sometimes shit, and excuse my language, and then I have to re-enter the Zoom. Does that
Yeah, Ollie?
affect my voting?
No, of course not. Like that's not an issue, and yeah, just like make sure that you vote both times. That's all you need to do. Okay.
Thanks. Great.
So,
Who has more shitty Wi-Fi? Perfect. Okay, then we're going to continue. with the first voting block for today. So let's test it. What you just heard.
Sure. Like, I will first of all tell you the questions, and then you can start voting. Like, we have, like, since Carsten we voted on him in Hamburg to have him as a permanent chair. So we don't have to vote on him, but Eileen reapplied this time again as a vice chair for this National Assembly. So do you elect Eileen Siegemund in Potsdam as vice chair of the sharing team for this National Assembly? So you can either have yes, no, or abstain. And also we have to approve the agenda for this National Assembly. So do you approve the agenda of this National Assembly? Can again vote yes, no, and abstain. And yeah, now you can vote. Hopefully you received an email with your credentials.
So there's a question, are we doing a quorum check, Ollie? But we won't, I think.
Like, we do a quorum check in a way that, well, the quorum check is automatically included because you vote on those questions, and we can just like count the votes. So we don't have to have a separate quorum check for that.
So who has some good jokes? Oh, Peter is raising his hand. Yes, Peter?
All right, I don't have a good joke though, but
Bad.
I just checked my mails and apparently I don't have any received any emails with voter IDs, voter information.
For who as which section should you?
ESN Bielefeld.
Bielefeld. I didn't receive a mail from Bielefeld. No, sorry for that, but ESN Bielefeld. Oh, wait, no. Bielefeld? Nope, I didn't receive an email from Bielefeld.
Do you have my email address, or should I like put it into the chat right now?
No, actually, since I didn't receive an official vote delegation, you are not an official vote delegate at this point.
But all right, because I thought I didn't have to do that because I attended, right? I thought a vote
Oh, no.
delegation is only necessary if you're not attending.
No, sorry for that. If so even if you're attending and if you're present, you have to delegate a vote for yourself.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
I think we kind of have to make this more clear in general. Sorry for that miscommunication.
Yeah, no worries. We're super young.
Yeah.
Like this is our like third NA that we ever attended, and then I didn't know that. All right.
There's a question from Bruce. Do I have to return to election info after I successfully cast my vote, Ollie?
No, not that I'm aware of one. Yeah, as soon as you have casted it, that should be fine. And yeah, I see already that it just registered your vote, so that's fine. Does anybody still need more time to cast their vote? Or is there anybody who still needs more time?
Just react with an emote or raise your hand if you need more
Yeah.
time. Let's use the tools we have in this meeting. Doesn't seem like it.
So then I would close the vote and give it back to you, Carsten.
Thanks. Great. Then Oliver is now counting the votes, and I'm going to talk about, tell you a little bit about the rules of the game. So how does the procedure works with this online NA, especially with the Q&As. So, and this time people from East and Potsdam know more. We are using my nemesis again, Slido. So of course, any participant in this chat can ask questions, speak, and can request to be added to the speakers list. And like I said, we're using Slido. I posted the Slido link before. I'm not sure if people who joined later can see it. I will do it again in a few minutes, and there will be also a QR code. So if you have a question, please write your question in the Q&A panel of Slido, and I will read them out loud just to save time, also for the people with shitty Wi-Fi and so on. I just hope I don't have shitty Wi-Fi at this point. Also, please don't forget to write your name and section because anonymous questions will be skipped and won't be asked out by myself. But of course, at any point you have the opportunity to ask follow-up questions or to state some comments. For this, we're going to use the raise your hand tool of Zoom. So if you have general questions, please use Slido, comments, and follow-ups of this person in general. Please use Zoom for this. Also, I'm asking you to refrain from asking too many questions at once. So try to keep it with the most important one. And if you see that not many people ask questions in general, and you still have something burning on your heart, on your tongue, then you can use Slido again. So, and of course, we have right now, so we have a maximum of 2 questions at once per person, just in general. So I'm reading out loud only 2 questions at once of one person. Follow-up questions are not reactions, so they count as a second question. And anyone has the opportunity, if they are mentioned with a question or comment, that they can react directly. Depending how this evening goes, we're going to limit the answer time to maximum 1 minute or less. We will see how it goes, but I hope this time, the Q&A sessions for the board are set with 20 minutes. I think that should be necessary. We will see how it goes. But of course, since this is your only opportunity, I want to give you the chance to ask all your questions. And of course, please be serious and respectful when you ask your questions. If I sense any kind of insults or disrespectfulness, I also going to skip those questions. Great. Ollie, how are you doing?
Fine, I have a result for you.
Amazing. Then here you can find the Slido Q&R code. 30 seconds plus minus scan it, but you can also do it from your computers when I post the link in the chat. Everyone done? Everyone's clear. Perfect. I think, Oliver, you can take over and present the results.
Yeah. So, first of all, for the quorum, we, as already mentioned, we have 45 sections, and therefore we need 23 votes. And thankfully, 30 of you voted, so we received a quorum and can continue. For the first question, the sharing team, 29 of you voted yes, only one no vote, so that means congratulations, Eileen, you are the vice chair of this NA. And for the agenda, all of you approved that, so thank you very much. So we can also continue with that.
Amazing. Great. And then we're heading to our first point with the presentation of the IT manager. So, where is he?
I am here.
Perfect. Great.
Okay. Yeah.
Just share your screen. I will give you then, so as soon as you ask for access, I will grant it to you.
Just give me a second. I hope my screen should be visible now.
Ah, perfect. Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
I would recommend to go in presenters mode, and then you have 10 minutes
Now
to present.
it's perfect, right? It's in presentation mode for you all.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So I would like to thank you all, first of all, for giving me the opportunity to present myself in front of you. Yeah, and not wasting more time, I just start with myself. Like, I am Saurabh. I am from India. I did my bachelor's in computer science. Currently, I am studying at University of Koblenz, doing my master's up there in data science. And I am an active member of ESN Koblenz since summer 2023. I did my Erasmus in University of Trento, that's in Italy. And I can speak around 6 languages, and one among them is English. Currently, I'm learning German as well as Italian, both at the same time. And yeah, if you find me out of Slack or somewhere, if I am not available, that means I am on biking, doing some hikes, or just traveling around, maybe. So all in all, to put myself in a nutshell, I would say, like, I am a kind of guy who live like a Italian life with a Indian culture and likes the German punctuality. So that's a sentence to define me. And the recent update about my life is, like, today was my final exam for the Erasmus, and I officially finished my Erasmus today. And yeah, so soon I will be coming back to Germany. Unfortunately, like, yeah, I have to say goodbye to all my friends today. But yeah, I will be here for some time, and then I will join everyone in Germany soon. So about my ESN journey and some of the national events that I joined, like as I mentioned before, since summer 2023, I'm an active member, and then my board members, like from ESN Koblenz, saw some potential in me, so they gave me the position in a board as an event as well as the IT manager in winter 2023, where I got the opportunity to attend the LP in the Bonn. And I was there as a section delegate again, and I was even in the Potsdam for attending the national platform as a section delegate of ESN Koblenz. Currently, as I said, like I am an active member of ESN Koblenz. Because of my Erasmus, I can't be any board member, but whenever I get time, I'm giving it to ESN Koblenz if it's possible. So yeah, that's my journey. So about my goals and motivation for about being into the national board. So first thing, as IT manager, I would like to take care of the websites and the templates of ESN Germany web pages. So update them and keep them up to date, and creating new templates for ESN cards, for example, which are a little bit outdated right now. I don't want to be like giving a full hope, but yes, in my mandate, I would like to migrate to satellite 5. That has been released by the ESN International, because there we can get more flexibility and accessibility and make it more user friendly, as well as we can even get the support from the ESN International whenever they are getting the updates. So we don't need a separate team all the time who is taking care of the websites, and yeah, that's one of a target. And GA app for the national assemblies, that is already been started by Gabriel, I think. And talking about like working with Underdex digital grants, making a ESN Germany cloud, and I have also seen some questions regarding from Oliver, I think, about the Slack. I know there are some issues with the Slack, and as I mentioned there also, we will be looking forward to work with different things like metrics elements, and we will be coming up with something new for replacement of a Slack, and it's included in the digitalization grant. So that's also one of a part I would like to focus on. One important point also that I would like to keep in mind is like Pretix extensions for the regional coordinators, so that it can be useful for them to coordinate for the LPs and for the events that they organize. For example, West, who always goes to the Amsterdam as well as to the Hamburg in the summer as well as in the winter. So make it easy for the coordinators and give them access to the Pretix, and even for ESN card sales, making a template for the sections so that it can be easy and we can follow a same set of format. So yeah, that's one of a thing I would like to focus on. IT community calls. I also saw the question from Luis, I think, and it was regarding like why you think every section should have an IT manager. As I said there, some of the sections who maintain their websites differently, they need the IT manager to maintain their server or some kind of things that they are doing on their servers. But there are some sections who doesn't need it, like for example, small sections. Yes, then of course they can come into the IT community call, discuss about these topics. It is not just IT community call. They can text anytime, and we will look into the aspects of what the issues they have, maybe something with Pretix, something with websites, or some other issues. So that's also one of a goal. And yeah, I would also like to look for some of projects that are related to the data, and so that we can use the new technologies and bring something new for the ESN Germany, something new, something unique, and to make it easy for for the board members as well as for the active members who are working very hard for getting the things done. So yeah, these are the set of my goals and motivations that I would like to do in my mandate. And why me? That's a question again. So the IT skills that I have since I was working as a data scientist for 2 years, and before that also I was working in other companies back in India as an interns, and leadership skill as an IT manager and as an event manager that I got from the ESN Koblenz. So, and experience of working with a diverse team. So that's one of an important thing I would like to, enhance here, to work with very different diverse teams and people coming from different cities, different countries, different languages. It's different cultures. It's too interesting for me. And time management, as I said, I like the German mentality of being punctual. So I say time management is one of our stuff that I would like to take care of. And yeah, I am not 100%, but yes, I like to be at least try to be 100% and try to be around 90%. So, make it perfect, make in time. And I have communication and documentation skills. As I said, I was working in the IT sectors and different teams, so I have that skill of working with different people, communicating it properly, and getting the documentations done properly so that others can even use it in the near future. So yeah, that's from my end. Thank you. And I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to all of you, and especially to my section, as well as the coordinators from our West and the sections from the West. So thanks. Any questions?
Thank you, Saurabh. Amazing. Great. Now it's your chance to use Slido. If you have any problems with Slido, let me know. But there's the first question from Oliver AB. What is your experience with server administration and Docker?
Server administration and Docker. So as I said, I was working as an data scientist. So I work with different kind of servers there, as well as like working with Dockers. I use mostly because of deployment of my project. So I know how it works and how to maintain the servers. So yeah, this is my experience with them, and yeah, so I know how the deployment works and this kind of stuffs and how to maintain them into the different microservices, and then combine them even.
Perfect, thanks. Again, no anonymous questions. You have the chance to, yeah, Louis, thanks. Louis is in Göttingen. What is your timeline to have Satellite 5 going?
So that's an interesting question. Thanks, Luis. At first, I would like to work on the current website and making it a little bit more attractive, because as I saw, like many of the new partners are still remaining up there. Parallelly, I would also like to work on the Satellite 5. So I think soon enough, once I am done, so I think I will soon enough release the Satellite 5, and then we can release it for all the sections. I can't give I can give approx timeline, maybe like 6 months or something, because I have to work on both the projects at the same time. So yeah, but as I said, I have to work on different projects. I have to give time to them, and I have to make it concrete before making it release and making it available for all the sections.
Thanks. Is this sufficient for you, Louis? Otherwise, Torben is in Berlin. In terms of creating templates, have you been in contact with Catherine already?
No, I have not been in contact with him. Yeah, because I am connected with Gabriel, so mostly I have a chat with him and regarding the updates and kind of stuff. So I don't have current contact with other people who are working on the projects. But yeah, of course, I would like to have a talk with them and sort it out, like how the things work and what the timeline we want to set according to working efficiency. I want to see how many people are working with me, and then create a timeline accordingly.
Great, thank you. James, sorry, is in Braunschweig. What advantage would Satellite 5 have for your average user? The biggest reason for the Freiburg website is it's easy for use for beginners.
Yes, it is easy for beginners, as well as like I mentioned before, we will get some of the support from international, as well as right now our website is not properly search engine optimized. So I would like to do it with satellite 5, make it optimized. So the basic starting plan itself is like whenever someone think about Erasmus, the first page should come is like ESN, so that they can come to know how the life is and how the living abroad is, and about ESN Germany, and make it more available for the people. And yeah, that's one of an advantage I'm looking forward to. And even I had a talk with Gabriel. I think he tried to even scrap the website that is currently working on the directors, but it's not working, and we can't even scrap anything. And that's why the as it's written in JavaScript, there are a lot of stuffs that need to be changed, and many of the things are hard coded, which I don't prefer really, but yes, some of the stuffs need to be changed there. So
Okay.
that's one of the stuff I would like to look forward with.
Great.
If you talk about satellite 5 as easy.
Thank you. Next question would be from Matthias EN to me Munich. What is your stance on MyGoku, which is the planned comm platform of the whole network and starting its testing phase soon? Maybe Matthias write the name again in the chat, so not that my pronunciation perfect. So
Can I stop sharing the screen and look forward?
you can't. Okay. Yeah, you can, of course.
Okay, cool.
So what is your stance on MyGoku in the chat, Matthias? Which is the planned
Goku.
comm platform of the whole network and starting its testing phase soon. Otherwise, Matthias, you can elaborate?
Yeah. So basically, like in the recent days, there has been an email from Darwin. That's this new platform, which is basically for selling event tickets and services. Will start its testing phase, so they should have signed already the contract if no feedback was provided. And the plan for this is to have one common like platform for all the ticketing of all sections, national organizations, and ESN International. So in this case, it would technically take the place of Pretix. So
okay, so if ESN International wants the uniformity and want to work on that, of course, I would like to migrate. But I think currently all the sections are well done with the Pretix and working cool. But if the international wants it, then yes, then we have to change it. And as per our, like sudden transition is not possible. That's what I can say. But yes, like slowly and gradually, as I said, as satellite 5 will be coming. So sooner or later, I will also implement this. So yeah, so and even the training will be given to the section so that they can even understand how it goes, because yeah, Pretix still I know some of the sections they are facing the problems, but many of them are doing good as far as I know. So
Okay, thanks.
yeah,
Is this
thanks.
sufficient? Seems like it. Then next question would be from Fiona is in Mannheim. How do you plan on fixing the queuing problem with Slack spots distribution, communication-wise especially?
Yes, so as I mentioned, we are coming up with digitalization grant, and it's already being working. Not working, but Gabriel is already started to work on the same, I think, and he's responsible for that till the end of this year, as far as I know, the contracts. And yeah, so I will be working with him and making it more accessible to the people, so that we are on a same source, and we have our own workspace, common workspace. And on top of that, as you ask about the Slack, yes, there are a lot of messaging tools that can be integrated with the Nextcloud. That's what we are thinking for when we are talking about ESN cloud, ESN Germany cloud. So I am talking about the Nextcloud, and yeah, that can integrate with different kind of messaging tools. So one of them is Matrix Element, and it's also included in the 100x digitalization grant. So it will be also coming up soon
Okay. Fiona, is this
for the
sufficient?
replacement of the Slack.
Okay. Yeah, I see no reaction then. then that's also more follow-up, but next question. Jasmine is in Cologne and Regional Coordinator West. Why would pre-tickets be useful for regional coordinators? As we don't sell tickets ourselves, we don't really need it to sell tickets for our Amsterdam trip.
You don't sell it to the, sell it to the students directly, but you are giving it to the sections. And this is how you can also ask for the money, like direct bank transfer, and you don't have to write the emails all the time. And this makes it easy for you to generate the receipts. And on top of, like, for the LP and this kind of stuff, so also it's like, since I went to the LPs, I saw like you are using Google, Google Forms. So without encouraging them, we can move to the pre-ticks and give the coordinators access to it and make it easy for them, so that they can have easy access and make it easy. For other sections, just buy it, make the receipts, and everything is pretty clear for you.
Great, thank you. Is this sufficient, Jasmine? I think so. Yep. Great. Then next question. Matthias is in TUMI Munich. Do you think there's something wrong, something you can do, sorry, do you think there's something you can do in your mandate to increase the amount of activities uploaded to activities.esn.org by the sections, like IT site/tool?
So it's actually done by the event managers, and it's their responsibility to upload it and do it for the for about the events in the events.esn.org. But what I can say is, like, creating an application for that. I can see, like, if in GA app, or they are also coming up with some other app. When I had a talk last time with Gabriel, they're also coming up something for EGM. So something kind of similar they are working on. Then I would like to ask different national boards and their opinion, how they are doing it, if they are doing it, and come up with some ideas. Right now, I don't have any concrete idea about it, because when I was an event manager, I used to do it manually and upload it directly to the website. So yeah.
Okay.
I hope that answer was sufficient.
Nice. Great. Are there more questions? Right now my slide is empty. Are there, so otherwise I would close the speakers list. Are there any objections because you're still typing, or I don't know? I don't see any reactions, so thank you. Then I officially close the speakers list. Thank you, Saurabh.
Thank you so much.
For your presentation and for the for your answers.
Thank you.
And we will see how the voting goes for you. Perfect. Then we're going to continue with our presentation of maybe the next treasurer, Santo. Are you here? Can you hear me?
I am here and I can hear you.
Oh, what a nice background. This is great. So you get your 10 minutes for your presentation. And yeah.
Can you give the permission to my private account? I am connected with two different accounts. Can you give the screen permission to my personal account? That will be really good.
The screen permissions are generally enabled, so you should have access. Just try.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
I think right now you can see my screen.
Yes. Yep, we can. Perfect. Maybe everyone puts into your spotlight. I think that's possible. So you can also see him. And yeah, Sancho, you got 10 minutes.
Hello, lovely people of the lovely community. I am the Santo. Right now I'm going to do my presentation for the candidacy for treasury position of ESN Germany. First of all, is some brief information about me. I am 26 years old. I am half Armenian and half Kurdish. I was born in Turkey, but since 2015, I am here in Germany. First of all, I did study industrial engineering here at Koblenz, Hochschule Koblenz, until 2021. After that, I decided this degree was a good option for me. And then I started to study marketing and international business also at the Hochschule Koblenz. And about 1.5 years ago, I had my Erasmus semester in Turkey, in Izmir at Turkcell University. Otherwise, I am working right now as an incoming student supervisor at International Office of Applied Science of, Hochschule Koblenz, and also some of my hobbies are woodworking and industrial furniture design, what I am doing in my free time. So I'm going to explain a little bit about my ESN experience. 1.5 years ago, my ESN experience started in this room. This room has been witness for big ESN events. Even the last board last year, the lovely members, they had their team building meeting here in this room. It's another honor being also here for me. First of all, 1.5 years ago, I started the ESN Koblenz as active member. After 1 month, I have been PR manager. And in the second semester of mine in ESN Koblenz, I was local president. After that, another guy, Tanya, all of you know him. Sorry for my anxiety. I have some stage anxiety. As marketer, I had more than 200 presentations in my life, but still, it is still a little bit hard to take under control my stage anxiety. Sorry for that. And since September, I am a part of social causes team, but unfortunately, I was not so active because of this. I was saying I have been semi-part of causes team. And since March, I am the local treasurer. I am still in charge. So, quick brief about my attended ESN events. First of all, last year, LP Dortmund. After that, National Training Days, Vibrach and Riss. And last year in October, I think it was, in Hamburg, and this year in Frankfurt, and also 1.5 months ago, I participated at LP Bochum. So my motivation, why I did apply for this position. To be honest, first of all, this position was empty, and I thought why I shouldn't apply for that, and I did apply. This is the first reason. And also the second reason is my theoretical knowledge. During my first studies and also current studies, I was able to collect so many theoretical knowledge in aspect of controlling, and after that tax accounting. So I want to implement this knowledge because unfortunately after my studies, I think I am gonna study some arts degrees, and I am not gonna continue my I will not be able to implement my theoretical finance knowledge anyway. So because of this, I want to implement my knowledge. And the third reason is my dedication to ESN. Since 1.5 years, ESN has been an essential part of my life. A professional actually shouldn't mix personal, private life and other stuff. For example, for me, it's ESN, and I'm also part of ESD, which is another association. But I am investing so many time from my private time in ESN, and I am proud of it. I am not regretting this. So my future plans for the next mandate. First of all, I'm gonna continue with the monthly calls. I think we had already in last 1 year, but they were not regularly. I want to do monthly calls. I want to continue with the monthly calls, which is essential part for the financial health of the community. So the second thing is I am gonna establish somehow local treasury trainings. Sorry for the I just write a little wrong. I think I see right now. So for every quarter, I wanna do training with our local treasurer. I am not gonna be alone in this term, and I wanna collaborate with the tax consultancy company, Dr. Stoiber Gruppe. This is a tax consultants group from my professor. So they have specialized in digitalization of financial financial processes. So I'm gonna take the support in this term, and also I wanna work very closely with another tax consultancy group, GGM from Bonn. This is also the owner, another professor of mine. And I want to work with them closely, and I want to take their supervision in this term. Because just 1 second, sorry. Sorry. My experience in financial term has primarily focused on self-employed individual SMEs or somehow large corporation. I am not experienced in field of registered association, but since I decided to apply for this position, I am trying to expand my knowledge in this field. And in next 1 month, my professor is gonna train. I'm gonna have some personal training in this term. So this is a big opportunity, I think, for the community, because these professors are very, how to say, they have, the word is missing, sorry. They're really good in this field, and I am really happy they said they're gonna provide their support in every field. Oops, sorry. Yeah, this is a short term. This is my short-term goals, and also I want to do need and demand analysis with all local treasurer and with other stakeholders of financial actions of ESN Germany. So, for example, partnership manager, and also for the grants, our project manager, and with other stakeholders. So we have 2 minutes. Thank you so much. I'm nearly at the end. So if you have any other questions, if you think it's not, if it's gonna be long, or I don't know, if you are shy, you can contact me anyway with my private mail address. So don't hesitate to write to me. Thank you so much for your attention. And I'm so sorry for my anxiety.
Thank you, Sancho. Don't you worry. That's quite normal, I heard. I wasn't better when I applied for chairing teams. So great. We are starting again with Slide. It's the same link, but I'm posting it in the group chat again if you kind of forgot it. And it's your time to ask questions. And we have the first question. From Katrin National Board, can you describe your previous experience with managing finances with budgets?
So, for one year long, I was able to do. I was able to manage the financial actions of some. How to say? In English, the term is a little bit a gastronomy service, I have to say. There is a big gastronomy service in Bochum. I was able to finance, I did my internship there, and afterwards I was able to continue there. I was working there for 6 months, so I have my practical experience mainly from this company. Afterwards, as I said, I decided to not continue in this field. So I did quit my job there, and I did start to study marketing and international business. And also right now, not right now, since I'm president of ESN Congress, it's a long time ago, I was always involved in budget plannings of our local sections.
Okay, I hope this is sufficient enough, Katrin. Then I would continue with Torben, Is, and Berlin. And how far have you been in contact with the current board already?
With the current board, I was just able to talk a little bit with Nena. Actually, I had some meetings with Samuel before I decided to apply for this position, because I need still more understanding of the national financial structure. So right now, it's not possible before I get in this position. But for preparation, I had some meetings with Samuel, and also I have some questions I asked Nena, but not exactly I had the contact with the national board. And also we had some contacts in last month because of Kaza's team. I know just sorry, can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I thought it was gone. So not exactly. I have been in contact with the current boards.
Great, thank you. Are there more questions? My Slido is empty. Is anyone currently typing?
I am. Just give me a second.
Great, yeah. Also, I would recommend to use this chance to ask as many questions as possible, because we are talking about a quite important, I mean, both positions are equally important. So it's about the national board. So ask your questions if you can, to make a proper decision later. So next question from Martin, Is and Darmstadt. How long is mandate in Is and Koblenz still, and do you think you can manage both at the same time?
So my current mandate as local treasurer, I'm gonna still continue until end of August, and after that I'm gonna quit. I'm not gonna be in any board position here in ESN Koblenz. I'm gonna be here for sure, active member, because we are still planning to do a LP here in January. So I'm gonna act as an active member, but I am not gonna be in any board position.
Great, thank you. It seems that was sufficient. So next question, Oliver, audit board. What do you see the biggest financial issues and sections that you want to tackle in your workshops?
So first of all, the lack of knowledge. To be honest, before I got this position, I was not aware of so many things. I think the first reason is the lack of knowledge. And also I wanna provide the professional help from this consultancy companies. And just I want also the local sections. So with this consultancy companies, these local sections are gonna be able to ask their questions directly to professionals. So my professors, they have many workers in their consultancy groups, and they will be able to answer the questions of the local section. So the main reason is the lack of knowledge. If you have the necessary knowledge, I think how to say, avoiding the financial issues is easier. The main reason is the lack of the knowledge, how to manage, and the lack of the knowledge also in accounting, for example. I did study this. I had this knowledge from my studies, but there are people from the other fields, they didn't have any accounting experience or something like that. So this is the main reason, I think, the lack of the knowledge.
Great, thank you. Amazing. Then we are going to continue again. I'm sorry, Jaim from Is and Braunschweig. Why have you been for a maximum of 6 months at a position? Or maybe he could have miscounted. So
here, yeah, the problem what we are facing here, the circulation is really high. So every semester, I am the only person who is remaining this semester from the last semester. So because of this reason, it's not, it doesn't make sense for us taking a mandate for 1 year, because in current situation, nobody can commit for this position for 1 year. So because of the reason, circulation is too high, and because of this, I had several positions in a short time.
Okay, is this sufficient? Seems like it. Great, thank you. Then next we have, how's Louis at the, oh no, what the hell? Catherine, National Board. We also have spring break at the end of November. Last year, Treasurer had a big workload before, during, and after the event. How do you see your role there?
Yeah, it's a big issue because the budget of spring break is too high, and managing this budget is also not easy. And I am also in the academician team of the next spring break. To be honest, right now, I don't have any insight about spring break, and also it wouldn't be appropriate answering this question right now. As far as I know, from Samuel, somehow I think I don't have enough insight to answer this question, I think, but I'm gonna give my best with my if I'm gonna get elected for sure with my board supporter. But right now, it wouldn't be appropriate to answer this question in my positions.
Okay, thanks. That's
So
of course
because I
fair.
have to accept the situation. Right now, I have no idea. After that, after the analysis, I can say, I can give an appropriate question about it.
Okay. Thank you. Then next question from Matthias is in Jumi Munich. Do you have any ideas on how to improve profitability or profitable events on national level?
Yeah, thank you. I was expecting this question. First of all, we are a non-profit organization, so which means at the first stage we are not aiming at profit. Making profit is not our main aim. So, and as an industrial engineering, my first aim is optimization of financial processes. So right now I am not gonna focus on making more profit, and it shouldn't be also our first aim.
Okay, thank you. Is this sufficient, Matthias? Yeah, seems like it. Then next question, Oliver, audit board. Which board supporter will you implement to help you?
So as far as I know, National Treasurer has a board supporter for certain events. So for the budgeting, for the different events. So I am not aware of its tasks, to be honest, right now. But as far as I know, different events, every event I think is gonna have its own me and also another, how to say, not just on, I'm gonna have, I think, one board supporter, but working close with board supporter, and I think he's gonna have as my board supporter for the board support for the IT national treasurer position. He's gonna have you, I think, not the other board supporters.
Okay, thanks. Then Nikolaus, East and Mesa Munich. So you mentioned optimizing financial processes. Do you already have something specific in mind?
I have many ideas, but as I said before, first of all, I have to do demand and need analysis. So this is essential to provide promises. So to stay realistic, first of all, I can give so many promises. I can say we are gonna make 1 million profits. I don't know that. It's easy. But before need and demand analysis, it's really hard to say concrete words. So there are so many things, and our last treasurer, or maybe the other treasurer, the previous treasurer, they have been faced with many financial problems, and I am going to also face with many financial processes. And as soon as possible, I am going to try to examine the situation and the financial structure of the ESN Germany. And after that, I am going to provide the exact and concrete solutions.
Okay, thank you. Is this sufficient? Seems like it's great. Then next question, Matthias, ESN Munich. What is your plan for the funding for national level and trainings? If you plan on minimizing, reducing the profit of profitable events such as SB or R, also Spray Break or Rhine Rhapsody?
For sure, I cannot say if you have to minimize or reduce the profit of this events. I cannot say anything about this event right now. But for the funding, I have to first of all work with project manager, I think, and also with the other board members. So right now, as I said, I don't have a deep insight in this financial structure of the ESN Germany, and also for this question right now, my knowledge is not enough to answer this question.
Okay, that's fair. Great. Then, are there more questions? There are 6 minutes left for this Q&A. Yeah. Hey, May, ESN Braunschweig, why are you this nervous? Well, you're doing fine, chill. Okay. I mean, it's more like a comment. Thanks. Great. You don't have to answer this, but yeah.
As I said, as a marketer, I had more than 200 presentations in my life, and every time it's hard to take under the control. And I have to take many pills because of this reason, but it doesn't work. It's just I have the stage anxiety, and it's gonna follow me for the rest of my life, I think.
It's okay. Then there's another question, a more serious. Louis is in Göttingen. What is your opinion of the budget for ESN Germany 2024?
So I have to ask something. You wanna hear some exact numbers about the budget, or can you clarify this?
Yeah, Louis, can you clarify?
Yes, we know the numbers in the budget too. We can check the budget. We want to know your opinion about the budget, the distribution, and the profits expected for this year.
It is suitable. It's optimal, but anytime it can change. It can change. It's optimal. Right now, what I can say, it's optimal. I couldn't analyze this properly. I had to take a look, but I couldn't analyze the whole budget. But every time we have a budget plan right now, but after 1 month, after 2 weeks, nobody can know it's gonna stay like that, or we have to take action and change the budget. So I'm not sure if you can change the budget planning regularly. First of all, this I can say optimal, it's suitable, it could be. But it can also, we can still change the budget. So it's not gonna stay like that, I think, as it is.
Okay, thank you. Was this sufficient, Louis? Yes, I think so. Then Benjamin is in Berlin. What makes the consultancy companies you mentioned suitable for helping ESN sections? Specializing in non-profit will help us for free, or?
So just 1 second. I want to share again my screen for 1 second.
Also, there are 4 minutes left. I keep the speakers list open for 1 more minute, and then I will ask again. So ask your questions now.
First of all, the Dr. Stolter Gruppe, they are specialized in digitalization of financial actions. So they are a leader in this field here in Koblenz. So in this field, they are going to have. And also GKM from the Bone, they are also specializing, specializing in non-profit fields also. They have experience. What I said, they're going to train me in next month in Vereinssteuerrecht, so tax law, to be honest, and also the tax consultancy company GKM. So my professor is ready to help for free. And also, as I said, they have so many employers. So one of them, I think they will be able to answer the questions directly from the local sections. So I'm planning to remove the middleman position. So they don't need to, so I am gonna always be there to answer the questions, but if they need any professional sport help, so they will be able to answer their questions about their local sections, so about their financial processes. To this, they can direct to this company, to the employer from this company.
Okay, Benjamin, is this sufficient for you? Yeah, okay. Thanks. Then, 2 more minutes left. I would close the speakers list. Are there any objections?
Last question?
No? Yeah, of course. Then the speakers list officially closed, and Jaime is and Braunschweig. If you were to find irregularities in finances from the last mandate, would you look to hire an external audit?
To be honest, I couldn't find any irregularities until now. I think someone did a good job, but an external audit from GKM is gonna be there. I think it's also they're doing audits, external audits for the companies, big companies. They are gonna also help in this field. So for the audit, I think I'm gonna contact also with GKM.
There's a comment from Oliver.
Yeah, Oliver AB. Yeah, we have the audit board exactly for that, who will conduct a financial audit of each mandate. So we will also look in the previous mandate of the NB and see if there are any irregularities, and only based on that, the sections will decide if they want to discharge the NB. Otherwise, not.
Yeah, thanks, Oliver. Amazing. Then I hereby end the Q&A. Thank you, Santo. I hope you're feeling better now and less nervous. Thanks for the presentation. Thanks for your answers. And thank you all for your questions. Great.
Thank you and thank you for your time. Thanks so much.
So officially we would have now a 20-minute break, and I think we need that. That means it's your time to discuss right now about what you heard, take a toilet break, get something to drink, and please be back at 1937. So we're going to continue with the last 2 presentations and the voting block. Thank you, and then see you later. Amazing. Can you hear me? When people forget to turn on their headset. Amazing. So is everyone back? Just raise your hand in the chat so I can get a little bit feedback. 3, 4, 5. The rookie numbers. You have to pump those numbers up. 15 from 50. More. More. Not even half of the people are do what I'd say. Come on. Great. Looks better. Half people, 30 people. Great. Amazing. Then I think we can continue, more or less. More people will join or just were too lazy to raise their digital hands. And I would ask Oliver to continue his presentation for the SOS proposal regarding his section requirements.
Yes, thank you, Carsten. So I will share my screen again. So yeah, so as you might have seen already in the invitation mail, we have a proposal to extend the section requirements. We had a similar one already at last NA. So let's look into it. First of all, what we want to change are the statutes, especially the paragraph 5, where it's about the rights and obligations of members, and we want to add like at the end one at point 7, like the members commit themselves to hold a general meeting at least once a year with elections of the local board, and then send the minutes of the meeting to the national board in writing in a timely manner. That's the one we want to add, and then of course like the former 7 one will be shifted once back. So what's in general, like to say it in a like my own words, like we want to have written down as section requirements for all sections that they have to have like a general meeting where they elect the local board once a year, and afterwards also will send the minutes of them to the national board. So like as already said, like, and the idea behind that is that of course like we see ourselves as a democratic association, so we want to emphasize this principle and whereby also have like this kind of democratic elections, and also through that ensuring active participation, and also like making sure that you have a regular renewal of the leadership or reapprovement in a way. And especially this aligns with like the fast-paced dynamics of the ESN network, and is already right now in most of the sections we have today already practiced. So I think for most of you, it won't change anything. And but we see already like some questions have problems already also in other regards, and lack structure in general, and also facing operational challenges. And by like formalizing this requirement, we have like give the national board a framework to intervene and also support them if they see, okay, here a section didn't really met this requirement. So then the national board can intervene and look at the section, contact them and see how they can improve. And in our role, the goal is for us as a network to have like healthy sections and bring us have more professionalism in our network. That's the main idea behind that. And as already said, like right now already most of you will have to do that, since first of all you have elections hopefully at least once a year or even more. And also like if you're a registered association, you will also have to write like a protocol of that hand it in for the notary, and also have to already notify the national board of any changes in your local board. So yeah, that's basically our proposal, and I'm open now for questions. I think Levi from the audit board is also here, so he will also help me with answering your questions.
Great, thank you. So Slido is open again. It's the same link. You can also find it in the chat again. It's still the same. So put your questions for this SOS proposal in Slido, please. You're just going to wait a few more minutes, of course. Is anyone actually typing? Not that we're here waiting and there are actually no questions. Yeah, an anonymous question. Please put your name and section in your profile, and then it will update automatically. Who wrote the anonymous question?
All right, hi, I did it, Peter from Bielefeld.
Okay, Peter is in Bielefeld. Do we as a local section need to implement the sentence to our local statutes?
No, you don't need to do that. I think, well, as far as I know, some sections have some kind of requirements, how often like elections have to take place, but that's like basically up to you. This is like only a minimum requirement, but national level or national base in Germany. So you have to adhere, should have to adhere to it by section, but you don't have to explicitly put it in your statutes.
Great, thank you. Are there more questions? Are there any objections if I want to close the speakers list right now? Ah, Florian Schindler, which section, damn it, is in Karlsruhe? Is it really so hard? Name and section. In what time frame must the protocol be sent?
Right now, we have like really put a time frame down. We just listed like timely manner, or in German zeitnah. So I think that's something that maybe the national board needs to define for themselves, or can be defined in the standing orders. But in general, I would say like in a month, especially like before the next NA, it should be filed, of course. But like I think in the timeline of month, basically when you also file it for the notary, if you're a registered association, you can do it at the same time. That's...
Great, thank you. Are there more questions? Is anyone typing? Otherwise, I would close the speakers list right now. Any objections? Just raise your hand or unmute yourself. Otherwise, I can't hear any objections. Okay, great. Then I'm officially closing the speakers list. Thank you, Oliver, for the presentation, and we're going to vote on this in actually a few more minutes. Thank you. And now we're coming to our last presentation for today, like presentation, besides the results of the voting blog. And I would ask Eileen to present her application as permanent vice chair for the rest of 2024.
Yes, it is already in your slides, so you can just share your screen.
So should I share? I mean, you can also share if you would like.
Yeah, but I need to switch my Google accounts for that because I have the NA account for the minutes open, so that would be too complicated. So
Okay, makes sense.
It would be great if you could share it. It's not that many slides anyways.
Amazing. Okay. Then here we go. You see the screen?
No.
No? Oh yeah, of course not. Now.
Yes, thank you.
I mean.
So yes, I'm applying for permanent vice chair this time, not vice chair for a single NA. And if you go to the next slide, I want to introduce myself once more personally. So you've already seen the slide, but now I want to go on a bit more about it. So I'm 27 years old. I studied in Düsseldorf first during my bachelor's in social sciences, where I also did my Erasmus in Turku. And then from there on ESN basically always was part of my life, apart from a break during COVID, which probably everyone who volunteered before COVID already can understand, because being present is a big part of ESN, and that kind of wasn't there. And yeah, in Düsseldorf, I already participated in a few events. I think the first event I was on was the local platform in Düsseldorf, where we already were OC. And then also I went to the NA in Dresden in 2019, which is ages ago. Already it feels like from a different life. Yeah, so I volunteered in Düsseldorf from I think spring 2019 to March 2020, which is a date everyone knows, I guess. Yeah, and then I moved away. So I stopped volunteering in Düsseldorf, but in October 2020, yes, I moved to Potsdam and started my master's there. And once COVID was sort of done, and they I looked into their meetings from ESN Potsdam from time to time. And once they started doing events live again, I also started volunteering there, and then became VP pretty fast, I think in May 2022. That was, and from there on, my whole ESN activities really gained traction, because then I went to so many events. I think I was to the Web in Drogheda in 2022, to the local platform. There also was a local platform in Potsdam right when I started, so we also organized that on the weekend. And yes, then I was visiting the NAs in Cologne and Düsseldorf, went to the EGM in 2023. No, 2020, yeah, 2023, in Bucharest, and also joined the community meetings in Vienna, which is usually for the national level, but as there was no one going from Germany, I got the spot, luckily. And yeah, that was really, really cool. And yeah, so I finished my mandate as a VP in last summer. Yeah, and from then I was okay, I'll quit ESNing. I stopped that. I only do local stuff, but I couldn't do it. So I started. I joined in the second care team in August last year, and been sort of active there, as active as the team was, at least, since now, which means last thing I did I think was in February, so not sure we stayed on that one. And yeah, so when there was no one applying for Vice CT in Frankfurt, I was once again oh yeah, I mean, someone's needed, maybe I'll do that. And yeah, so that's how I am here today. Yeah, can you do the next slide on, please? Yes. So why do I want to do this again? I already planned to fill in the yeah spot for the last NA, but then I was okay, it's actually quite cool. I would wanted to do it already for longer last time, but was also like long story, but I only did it for the one time. So I only prepared like the minutes for last NA. I did not prepare the whole NA. That was all Carsten doing it by himself. So for next NA, I hope I can help with that, like all the preparations before that. So yeah, not the NB and Carsten doing that all on their own. So having someone there should help, I guess. So yeah, to put it together, like I have some experiences with ESN, and I'm still determined somehow to contribute to the network. And apparently I want to do something no one else wants to do. But yeah, someone else wants to apply as well. Like you're welcome. Yeah. And yeah, but why should you vote for me apart from me being there, basically? I'm used to write everything down anyways, so that's a good start, I guess. So yeah, I'm not that great of a person to memorize everything and mention like too much stuff at once, but I'm quite good to like focus on days on to write minutes apparently. And yeah, so that worked quite well so far, and we already work together as a team, so I'm confident that will work out in the future as well to distribute the tasks and so on. Yeah, and one big thing from the like having the sharing like the permanent sharing team as a trial sort of this year will be knowledge management. At least for me, that would be like a second main thing apart from keeping things running. And yeah, I already kind of started during my VP time, which like not necessarily to the happiness of my section, I guess, but like started writing stuff down, writing guidelines for Trello, making sure that feedback from events will be there and so on. So yeah, I hope that I can contribute with my motivation to do that to this position as well. And yeah, also like as I expected that to be a question potentially, like I'm quite confident that I can do that next to my job because it's like quite flexible time-wise, apart from like some calls and so on. And I already handed in like a holiday for my work for the next NA. So just saying, I would be happy to be there. Yeah. And otherwise, I think, yeah, you can just ask questions because I mean, the time you ask questions, I have a break from typing. So shoot.
Great, thank you. So, perfectly in time. That's how I like it. But actually, I have to stop. I have to stop the presentation, otherwise I can't see Slido, which is quite important, I heard. So, you know the game. Open Slido, ask your questions to Eileen. Ask her anything. It's your chance. So. Is there no questions? Other people typing right now?
Gotta go back to work.
So yeah, is anyone just writing a question in Slido right now? Maybe just give me a sign, a reaction, unmute yourself. Otherwise, I would ask if there are any objections to closing the speakers list, because I don't get any feedback from you. This is so awkward, you know, guys. It's like, but it's okay, of course. It's a online NA. Okay, I don't get any objections. So perfect. Thank you. Then I would officially close the speakers list. Thank you, Aline, for the presentation. And we are going to continue. Great. With our voting block, 2. And I'm handing over to Oliver again.
Yeah, thank you, Carsten. So it's time again for you to vote. Yeah. So we will have 4 questions this time for you. First of all, our proposal for the change of status, oh, I see I didn't put it the right number, but do you agree to the proposal number 1, section requirements, annual elections by the audit board? Then you have the 3 options, yes, no, abstain. You have to, for that, you need the 4th majority. Then we have the CT elections. So who do you elect as secretary chair of the NA chairing team for the mandate 23-24? So then you will have, of course, like Aline as a candidate. Then you can also choose none of the above if you don't want to have Aline as a CT, or you can also abstain. Then next up are the NB elections. Here you have like here the question is, who do you elect as treasurer or IT manager of the national board for the mandate 24-25? And again, you have 1 candidate. Then you can also, if you don't agree with this candidate, can select none of the above, or you can have also the option to abstain. So one last important thing before you vote, you're only able to vote if you also voted in the first voting block. So all those people who were late or weren't able to vote, you can only vote. Who didn't vote in the first voting block, you're not able to vote now and didn't receive any mail. For the others voting delegates, you should already received an email with your new credentials and a new link. So please vote now.
Do we have public domain elevator music? I think there was a possibility to share sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I would be in mood for some Barbaras Rabababam again. Let's see.
Yeah, please let's look for something like that.
Let's see. Great. So how do I aufzeichnen? So Pforzheim didn't receive an email, Oliver.
Yeah. Let me.
Did you vote in the first?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
the issue. Like they didn't vote it in the first round, so they aren't allowed to vote in the second round.
Daniel, did you too late or? Ah, okay, that's of course. Sorry. He was on the traffic jam, which
Yeah.
means
I'm
sorry, but we can't change this. Oh, just 10 seconds too late. Damn.
Hello, I have a question. You
Sure.
say now we can vote, but did you send the email again for voting or?
You were also not voting in the first round, so you didn't receive.
I vote in the first round.
Did you? Oh.
Yes, I vote.
No, sorry. Like
Oh, no.
I didn't register any vote by you in the first
Okay,
round.
that is strange because I sent a vote.
Did you also receive the mail that you sent a vote?
Yes.
Huh.
Did you send the ballot?
The what?
Or did you send the ballot or just cast the vote?
The ballot? What?
Yeah, there's 3 stages. Like first you choose the should you make the choices that you make, then you put make this
Yeah,
vote,
I did all.
and then you
I
have to
did
do
all.
the last one, cast
Yeah,
this
yeah.
ballot.
Yeah, I did all.
Like it didn't. I didn't receive it. I'm sorry. Like
Okay.
it didn't went into the
Then
system.
didn't
So
work perhaps.
yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, sorry for that. It's of course hard to check afterwards.
So is there still anybody voting?
There's someone needing
yeah.
more time. Yeah, some technical issues. Wi-Fi might be shitty. I can't find the button where I can share my computer audio. I'm so sorry.
You have to select erweitert. Like you.
Erweitert? I mean, add mehr Untertitel aufzeichnen.
Erweitert und dann.
I don't have a erweitert.
Okay. Proceed.
Have Audioeinstellung. Damn it. Okay, Oliver, just sing something. Ah.
Okay.
Erweiterte Freigabeoption? Nö.
Yeah.
Now I'm feeling old. Normally I know my software freigeben Tonteile. I don't have Tonteile. I just have Freigabe von der. Probably because Oliver is sharing. I don't know. Maybe Oliver just shares some nice music.
Yeah.
He's really great.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how's it going?
I think there's still at least some progress. But I would say that like since we are only waiting for one person and we will have a break now anyways.
Yep.
We can maybe already start with that. And if
Amazing. Okay, great. You're wondering, so why another break? Because Oliver needs time to get the voting results and put them on slides. So even though we just had a nice break, there will be another break. Oliver, how much time do you think you need? 20 minutes, or should we put less?
I think you can also just make it 10. That should be fine.
Okay. Are there any so it's a proposal for agenda change, of course. Are there any objections to change the break time from 20 minutes to 10 minutes? Raise your hand or mute yourself, please. No, then this agenda change is accepted. And then we will be back in 10 minutes. So plus minus 8:15. Great. Thank you, and see you later for the voting results. And of course, if there are any problems, just unmute yourself and we can handle that. everyone, turn on your cameras. Yes, we will be soon over with this NA. Great. So is everyone back? Please give me some life science. Yeah, Fiona does it right. Perfect. 11 more. I want more. 15. Only 50. Come on. Oh, it's a clap also. Great. Nice. Ooh, now you're getting creative. Nice. I think that's enough at this point. You can take down your hands, and I would ask Oliver to present us with the voting results.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Carsten. I will do so. Yeah, so coming to the voting results, again, we had our 30 voting delegates. So for single majorities, we needed 15 votes and 16 actually. And for the fourth majorities, 23. So, and coming first up is a SOS proposal. Here we have 25 votes for yes, 2 for no, and 3 abstains. That means with 92% it's approved. Then coming up are the CT elections. So, and oh, I didn't update the text. I see. So, like, at least I updated the names and the votes, and Eileen got 27 votes, which is 90%. So, congratulations, Eileen. Nimmst du die Wahl an, Eileen?
Ja, ich nehme die Wahl an.
So, congratulations. We have a new vice chair. Perfect. So, and now coming up are the NB elections. So for the IT manager, it's 25 votes for him, 2 for none of the above, and 3 abstained. So that means you are elected. So nimmst du die Wahl an? Oh.
Again.
So do you accept nimmst du die Wahl an? Do you accept this vote?
Yeah. See.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks.
Grazie.
So congratulations, you are our new IT manager. And yeah, does Yusuf, you still have your hand up? Is that a mistake, or you want to say anything? Okay, perfect. So then next up is the treasurer. Here, 22 votes voted for Santo, 5 for none, and 3 abstained. So that means also Santo. You are the new treasurer. Nimmst du die Wahl an? Do you accept this vote?
Santo was in a train earlier, like 20 minutes ago. I hope he's here, because it could be problematic. Santo, are you here? He's gone. Maybe Zora, can you call him, or where is he?
Yeah, I will call him and ask him where he is. Yeah.
I think it has to be now.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Probably he's like in a tunnel or something like this. Yeah, and you have to put him on speaker. I think, Oliver, do you have to ask? Am I right?
Yeah, at least we have to listen to him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the technical.
Okay, so he's here, I think.
Okay,
I can't
He's in the
connect with him.
call. He is in Koblenz.
He has a video now. So, Santo, you got elected. So, nimmst du die Wahl an? Do you accept this vote? You have to unmute yourself.
I don't think he's here, is he?
Yeah, I am again here. I have some technical problems, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay, great. So now let's try it again, a third time.
So, Santo, you got elected. Nimmst du die Wahl an? Do you accept this vote?
Ich nehme die Wahlen an. I am accepting to the result.
Thank you. Congratulations, you are now the treasurer for
Thank
next
you
mandate.
so much. Thank you so much for your words. All other
So-
people.
Thank you. Great. Then congratulations to everyone, to the newly elected people. I'm looking forward to work with you in the upcoming NA. So thank you also to everyone who attended this extraordinary NA. Yeah, I want to apologize, of course, for some technical issues, especially with the election for Ruth. But yeah, we can't change this at this point. And great, then I would hand over to Teresa for the officially closing of the NA. And then you're free. We are 1 hour before schedule. Isn't this amazing? It's like that never happened before, I think. So, Teresa?
Yes, so I just want to thank everyone for your, first of all, for the presentations. I'm super happy to finally have a full board so we can have a great Monday together. And thank you everyone who attended, for your time, for your attention, and for your meaningful questions and your votes, and for really taking the time for this amazing association of ours. And without further ado, I will let everyone enjoy your evening, hereby closing this NA, and hope to see you at the Networks and Update call at the 25th of this month.
Perfect announcement also. Okay. Thank you, Teresa. And again, thank you, everyone. This meeting is over. Goodbye and enjoy the rest of your night, evening.
Bye
See
bye.
you.
Thank you.